Madame.
She is one of the most talked about women in the world. Carla Bruni, France's first lady, a former supermodel and current pop star. Her life, from the glamorous years on the catwalk to her colorful love affairs to her position as Nicolas Sarkozy's third wife, makes soap operas appear boring. And last week, 2 biographies added to the already intense media interest in Carla Bruni Sarkozy, telling stories of Bruni behind the gilded doors of the Élysée Palace, allegations that she obtained taps on rivals' text messages, that Michelle Obama told her that life at the White House was hell, or that she is only obsessed with money, power, and fame. So how does Carla Bruni respond to all the rumors and talk? We met her in New York City, where she is talking about her role as ambassador for the Global Fund Against AIDS. She insisted on appearing alongside the fund's head. I asked her first why she chose this particular cause.
Well, to me, it's important to do something while I stand by my husband, while he's the president of France. Mm-hmm. And when I met Michel Kazatskin, and I saw the most amazing work that the Global Fund was doing, achieving every year, how many lives it's saving every year. So I'm deeply concerned by the work that can be done on mothers and young children and babies. And so little by little, I thought I could bring maybe some attention to the work that the Global Fund does. And that's how we started working together. And that's why it's important for me.
Now, we were talking about your celebrity status and how you're lending your celebrity to the Global Fund, and I've got to ask you about some of the things that were said about you in France last week in some of those books, and the reason I'm asking is because it made such news in the United States, that there was that book where it was relayed that you said Michelle Obama had told you life in the White House was hell. Did she actually say that to you?
I'm actually happy I can directly answer to you. Of course, Michelle Obama never said such a thing. I'm happy to tell you very frankly that this is not a notarized book. Mm-hmm. No one, not only one book that came out about me was authorized. I never read the book, I never knew about the book, but I do live in France. And France is a free country where anyone can, fantasize and print it. Mm-hmm. So of course I could do something legal. But first of all, it gives a lot of publicity to all those books. And second of all, it's not in my principle. I'm a Democrat. I believe that everyone is allowed to say and write and say what they want. But I'm happy to disassociate myself, disassociate myself, not only from that book, from all books. And of course, Mrs. Obama never said such a thing. So can't even believe it.
Because the authors are saying, well, she cooperated with us, she gave us hours of interviews.
And that's a lie. Yeah. I never cooperated with that book. I know the authors because they're very famous journalists and they're always in our surrounding. Mm-hmm. But this has been happening to me 9 times in France.
9 times that?
That had books coming out where the people said, yes, we had interviews, and this is a lie. But, but to me, it's quite a good occasion to say that it doesn't really matter, It doesn't really matter. I just wanted to say that whatever is written in that book, I haven't read it, of course.
Yeah. Are you going to?
Oh, no, I don't have time. We're taking care for things so important.
And those stories, I mean, just because this is an opportunity of using secret police files to spy on people's text messages, things like that, none of that is...
To tell you the truth, I haven't read that book,
right.
And I haven't, I'm not responsible for what's in it. But, it's hard to sue.
Yeah.
And it's not a very democratic thing, so I never do it.
So you just
by principle.
You choose to ignore it and just let it pass. And when you go back to Paris, I know you don't live in the Élysée. Has it been everything you've imagined, being First Lady of France?
How can you imagine such a thing? I never imagined such a thing in my life. No, it was not. Well, I didn't project myself because it all happened so fast.
I remember you once saying in an interview, "I want the French to be proud of me."
I hope so. I hope the French people will be proud of me. I do my best. I do as much as I can, and And it's an incredible adventure, and it's an incredible experience. And also, I like to be with my husband, you know, I like to be near him and try to help him.
What's it like accompanying your husband on these trips? I mean, we saw you at the UN, and you're so physically close. I mean, you're a very affectionate couple.
We just met. You know? We're brand new, you know, spouses.
You're newlyweds.
Yes, with 3 years, you know. And of course, all this pressure and that he has on his shoulders make us even, you know, maybe bring us even closer.